going to talk about Psalms 119:28. My soul melts away for sorrow. Strengthen me according to your word. And this little verse has a lot to tell us about strength and where to find it. Because he's crying out to the Lord, telling him his sorrow. He turns only, to the King of the universe, the maker and sustainer of all things, and he cries out in his honesty, voicing the depths of his distress and trouble. And I'm sure we've all reached this point in our lives where we just cry out to God to ask for help, to ask for strength. In verse 50, this is my comfort in my affliction, that your promise gives me life. Forever, O Lord, your word is firmly fixed in the heavens. Your faithfulness endures to all generations. You have established the earth, and it stands fast. By your appointment they stand this day, for all the things are your servants. If your law had not been my delight, I would have perished in my affliction. I will never forget your precepts, for by them you have given me life. When we are in the pit of sorrow and frozen by fear and weakened by this life, and we turn to the light, to God, to whomever, it is our strength. And it is how God communicates with us, through the Spirit within us, to use word to change us, correct us, comfort us, guide and equip us. When we feel weighed down by life, we turn to temporary comforts and solutions for help and strength rather than our faith. And because I don't look necessarily at the temporary things, I'm really trying to just find strength within, knowing that it's going to be okay, and wherever I'm at and wherever I'm going is where I need to be personally for my highest good. I've learned to have hope within myself, to have strength, to have that faith. And we all have different hopes in our lives. We all want different things. Some people want to start a family, have a dream job, have children, have enough money to be sufficient, or win the lottery. Something that gives us purpose. And when that hope is lost, what can we do? Because hope is a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. And we all have different wants in our lives. And that propels us forward. Hope is not always present, though. And you can easily lose sight of it. Maybe the relationship you hold on to ended, you lost your job, a family member, or things just simply didn't go any way you wanted them to go. When this happens, that perception shift can take place, and in a moment, you can go from a place of hope and excitement to loss and discouragement. Hope. It can be extremely elusive in these very detrimental times. I will not allow myself to succumb to self-doubt and limiting beliefs and people trying to drown me when I keep trying to gasp for air. I feel extremely suffocated by life right now. But it's literally about perspective. Seeing what good is in all the problems. Because even in losing situations, there's always at least a mindset to gain. I don't care what others perceive me to be, what they think I should do, or their expectations of me, or think less of me, or make me feel small. It's none of my business. My business is to really just control myself. What can I do in this situation if everything's happening to me? What can I do to change things for the better? Whether it's pulling your emotions and realize it's already happened, it's happening, so now what do you do about it? What are your next steps? And getting your mind quiet is quite possibly the hardest thing possible, especially for me, because I will consider every different angle to this from everybody's different view, and I exhaust myself for trying to make it work for everyone, and then yet they're only selfish for themselves. So I'm not gonna be selfish. I can only do what is right for me. And that's all we can do. And we push forward. Because you must be an eagle. As I was watching these eagles last night, the eagle goes towards the storms. Why? Because it makes him fly harder. It grows his strength. And then he gets above the storms and just rests above the storms and then flies through them again. And that had two animals that he, basically said were his favorite were eagles and lions. To be the leader, to have foresight, to push forward, to have strength. These people that will push you when you're down, push you down when you're up, hate on you when you're doing good, and laugh at you when you're doing bad. And then there are those good people that do actually genuinely care. And it's very, very hard to hear those people through all the voices, because you're not going to find your solutions out there. You're not. It's in here. They don't have to live your life, and you don't have to live theirs. And it's up to you what you allow them to control in your life, how much power they have over you. And it is that fear that causes more doubt within yourself that you give others that control, because they want to manipulate you, be malicious, or just simply don't realize their actions. But that's, I find my most solace with myself being that lone wolf, knowing the leader of my own pack, and I am unique and I am different, and that's beautiful. And don't let people tell you it's not, just because they can't understand it. Because they're not you. If somebody has hurt you, thank them for them giving you that hurt. Because it allows you to grow stronger and grow further. And if there's one thing I always say, it's to be the arrow. Because you must be pulled back to be propelled forward. And all you need to do is find your direction, aim, and shoot. Please remember, you must have the mud to have the lotus.